Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Golden Lap. I'm recording immediately after the last one, so everything is quite fresh in my brain. Last time out, unfortunately, we double DNF'd. Oh, not good. Not good for a team that is trying to push from 5th place up into the top 4, trying to break, the hold the top 4 have on the top 8 positions. Look at the numbers they've got. They are just progressing a little bit faster than we are. But Tristan Lupe has joined the team with somewhat the Elvis haircut. Race starts 10, races complete 9. That's a good percentage. And 9 top 10. So if he finishes the race, he gets points. You can see he's actually got more points than Pratama. Gonna be interesting to see how we go here today at the Mutton Chop GP. It looks like Silverstone. It more or less is Silverstone. Here we go. We're going to tune up. We've got soft tyres on. Send our cars out. We're going to see what Tristan Lupe can do here today in his first race for us. Let's go. So we're going to go to ×4 speed. Get those laps done. Okay, no, ×2. Let's not rush through it. There's no need. Here we go, Pratama. Let's get... actually, we don't need the... I don't think we need this out for... Oh, no, we do. I do. I want to see the fastest lap times. Okay. Lupe starts immediately quite significantly faster than Pratama, and that's without any tuning done at all. It's a good sign for the team. It's not a great sign for Pratama, let's be honest. But we did know that going in. The Lupe has got better stats. So there was a chance that he would outperform Pratama immediately. And, you know, if that does happen, that does happen. That's fine. Okay, that was pretty good. Out you go. And out you go in a second. There we go. Okay, brilliant stuff. So, is Tristan Lupe going to be able to push us into that top 8? That's the question. And if he does, on the regular, I said in the last episode, this could be a bit of an audition for him for going into the team full-time next season. Oh, that's really frustrating. Look at the amount of cars that has just blocked off Tristan Lupe's flying lap. Outrageous. At least Pratama behind has got a bit of space. But, yeah. Lupe does go green, does improve. Pratama does improve as well. Oh, that's very nice. Into 5th. Yes, I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of that. We might drop positions, that might happen. But I'm a big fan of Lupe and Pratama putting in lap times together. Okay. Tune up Pratama as soon as he hits up. Okay, good stuff. We will send out, and we will send out as soon as we can. There we go. I'm not forgetting anymore, guys. I'm not forgetting. So, as always, the Etzolinis are leading the way, but I'm taking a little bit of confidence from this so far. Pratama's going to be stuck behind Rinaldi, it seems, on his flying lap, which is very frustrating again. It's not great timing. Mostly, it's not. That's actually not my fault. There's nothing I can do about that. But Pratama's going to have to try and work it in the last laps. I mean, we're not even halfway, to be fair, so maybe I'm a bit underestimating the speed we can get going into the next couple of laps. By the way, Tristan Lupe, 1.51. Pretty damn close to the top of the pile here. Pretty damn close. Doing an absolutely fine job on what is his debut qualifying session, of course. Okay, good. Let's go. Send him out. Straight away. Let's go. I want to see Pratama putting in some green sectors, and I want to see Lupe getting these positions back and going back into 4th or 5th or there or thereabouts. Okay, so Pratama has got a bit of space now. He's a little bit behind Anezzolini, but that's not really a problem. Because the Ezzolini is faster. It's going to go down the road. But the space is going to open up. Lupe, however, white sectors. Pratama green sectors, but doesn't actually improve on his position because the gaps are now a little bit too significant. So, Tristan Lupe, I need a really strong lap. I really do. Those were white sectors. Those were not good enough sectors. We need a better lap from him. Brilliant tuning there. That's fine. 81 out of 75 is very good. Let's go. Okay, still trying to just get as many laps in as possible. Get that tuning up and done. Tristan Lupe is now in a bit of good track position here. There's no one in the pits that could potentially ruin his flying lap. To go out there, put in some green sectors. Woods has just gone fastest with a 147. Go on, Lupe. You've got everything going your way here. Completely open track. Green sectors. There we go. Look at this. Green sectors. Into the top 6. That's what I'm looking for. Come on, Lupe. 5th place. That's it. That's it. Pratama up to 11th. Not bad at all. But that is it from Tristan Lupe. He's currently faster than an Ezzolini, which is unheard of. You would not be thinking that would happen. We've still got maybe 2, maybe 3 laps in this qualifying session left. That was not the best tuning, however. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see what we can do here. Pratama's got a good bit of track position right now. Will that hold into the flying lap? Is the question. Lupe, unfortunately, is not in a good position. Yellow flags. No. Yellow flags. Vitali, our old driver. I'm going to send them straight back out. They won't get the lap, of course, but I'm just going to... There we go. We can do that. Send them straight back out. We had the point there, which is nice. Because I reckon with the yellow flags, they'll drive a bit slowly, but then the lap time will start as they cross the line, maybe? Not quite. But those are going to be white sectors. Lupe does get a green sector out, but lost all that time. It was it was very close. We were trying to plan the yellow flag to end there, and it didn't really work. But we're going to get another lap out of it, surely. Might be close. We need to tune up as fast as possible here. Send him out straight away. Go on, Tristan Lupe. I'm clicking. Let's go, 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 go. Oh, dang it. There we go. Is Tristan Lupe going to be able to get his flying lap started? 50 seconds. 40 seconds. I think he will. He is. He's on a flying lap. He is going to be the last to cross the line. He's on a flying lap. I don't think anyone else is. Go on, Lupe. Go on, lad. Let's follow him. Let's follow him. Here he goes. Green sectors. What position is he going to be able to grab? Up into 4th. Yes. We have just out-qualified the Ezzolinis. Come on. Oh, my word. What a performance from Tristan Lupe. Unfortunately, Pratama, what is that? Down in 15th. That is outrageous. That is not good. But Tristan Lupe into the team. My word, he's up in 4th. He's up in 4th. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Okay. We've got rain. We've got some rain. Okay, so I guess it's going to be start on the soft tires. Absolutely burn them. Absolutely burn them as we start this race. And then, look, some are on the inters. Surely the inters are not going to hold on. at the start of this race. I can't see it happening. Yeah, look, the Inters they're going backwards. They're going backwards at a rate of knots. I think that's a very, well, not a strategy I was willing to go with, and for good reason. Tristan Lupe is leading the Grand Prix. He is leading the Grand Prix. He is out there ahead at the moment. This is outrageous. Now, I do not believe we're going to win this Grand Prix, but with some cars compromising their strategy by going on the Inters at the start of the race, we are in a position to gain some positions, gain points. The top 4 are all from different teams. You've got LeBron, you've got a Knight, you've got an Ezzolini, and you've got a Wayland, and you've got a Chapman there, you've got Hemlock there. You've got Pope in there as well. April in 11th. This is potentially the most varied race we are going to see. Look at the intermediate tyres just falling back. Now, of course, we are going to pit stop. They are going to gain position. But the Inters are down in 11th. They're down in 11th. That's a lot of position to make up. I don't know. Maybe, look, maybe they're playing the long game and they know what's going on. And I don't. But as far as I'm aware, I'm in second place right now, and they are still going to be losing time for, I don't know, maybe another lap or two? Okay, I'm going to slow this down because if the Ezzolini dips into the pits, I need to be able to as well, which I did manage to do. That was very lucky. But now everyone is going into the pits. So yes, Levi, Mack, and other cars are going to gain position back. Sorry, Moretti going to gain position back. We're down in 7th now. But then again, Campbell actually hasn't pitted yet. I think we can make positions back here. So let's go for it, Lupe. Let's try and get position back. Rodney Campbell crashed. That's a yellow flag. That's unfortunate because that would have saved us a bit of time in the old pit stop. Campbell, that's actually what happens then when you don't have the correct tyre on. It started to rain. It started to get wetter. He still had a slick tyre on. He ends up losing control. We are currently in 6th position. After qualifying in 4th, we will take it. Okay, I want to see Lupe get some positions back. So that's 5th. Can we get 4th? It looks like we can. It does look like we'll be able to get 4th off of Maldonado. But I'm going to calm it down again. Got a lot of fuel in the tank. Okay. I think I'm going to save it for the end of this race because I think there's going to be positions up for grabs later on, potentially. If we can stretch our tyres, that is. Lupe is currently in 5th and running absolutely brilliantly. This is going to be our best finish of the race, of the season, sorry. Provided we can just hold on here. Okay, Moretti had to hit, has swapped onto the wet tyres. That's probably something we're going to have to do in a minute. Again, I'm just going to copy Levi Mack whenever... Nope, now I'm going to pit for the wets now. And I wish I could have with Pratama there. Fortunately, he had already gone past the pit entry. But I think there's going to be enough time for us to go into the pits, change onto the wet tyres. Yes, we will lose position, but we will lose less time by pitting now than we would if we were to pit under full race conditions, green flag conditions. So I think that's a good decision we've made. Of course, only time will tell, really. That was the correct decision. But that means there are cars up ahead of us who are on the Inters who are, they're going to pit under full green flags. They're going to lose time to us. That's just the reality. They are going to lose time to us. But let's see what happens here. We've got Pratama trying to hold off Pellegrini. But I'm more interested in Lupe trying to get these positions back. Woods is in the pits. No one else has, but Woods has dropped down to 5th. Goes on to the full wet as we would have expected. So now we need to see what these guys do. They're all in the pits. We are up to 6th because of that. There we go. That is positions made. That is outright positions made. You can see they're all pits, 2 pits, whatever. We're going to have one more pit stop, maybe around about lap 28, 29, 30. And then it's just going to be a wet tyre, run to the end, burning fuel, trying to gain positions. That's what we're going to do. In fact, if I burn fuel now, are we going to make it? Not quite. Not quite. Okay. Let's tell Lupe to burn for a little bit and see if we can get positions back on the Waylands. There's going to be... There it is. There's 6th over Hamilton. Can we get Bauer? That's the next one on the list. Here we are. Let's actually watch it. Let's see if we can get it. Holgerson has gone past us as well. We've gone past Holgerson. Hamilton's gone back past. We're past Bauer. We can now calm it down with Tristan Lupe. Still burning for a little bit to try and consolidate those positions, but we are probably going to lose them again. That's not a problem. We're here competing. That's all I'm worried about. Tristan Lupe is taking his opportunity right now. He's taking his opportunity quite significantly. Artie von Heim, watching in the wings, probably not happy, but we're going to... I mean, if Lupe comes out and just grabs a chunk of points in his first race, what are you... You know, you can't really complain about that. You know, you can't really complain about that. Pratama is doing very, very well, just running in 10th, got a big gap behind, and potentially opportunities to get further forward at some point, but I think it will be tough to beat some of the cars ahead of him. 9th is probably his best chance. But even then, well, I mean, probably not, I'll be honest. But 10th is fine. Look at the gap. You know, he's absolutely running absolutely fine. Taking a point, bringing a point home. Pratama, that's his level. We kind of knew that. Tristan Lupe is competing a little bit higher up. He's got a little bit more skill in the car, a little bit more power. And yeah, we're just going to see if he can run it to the end. Okay, Tristan Lupe, let's do a push on these tyres with a bit of a fuel burn. And you get positions before this last run of pit stops. I mean, look at that. He has cut the gap immediately. That's 6th. Is it going to be 5th? No, back down to 7th. Levi Mack has... Okay, we've got to pit straight away. Onto the wet tyres. Levi Mack. Levi Mack has crashed out. That's another position for the rest of us. We're pitting under the yellows. In fact, it looks like everyone is pitting under the yellows. Can't really blame that. And it's just going to be driving to the end of this race. Burning fuel to the end of this race, by the looks of things. Another DNF for the Ezzolinis is not going to help them in their constructors' team standings, is it? Not at all. Okay. 30 seconds left on the yellow flag. We're running in 6th. We can, yeah, we can just burn all the way to the end now. And try and get positions. So let's go, Pratama. Let's see if you can make... Actually, no. I'm not going to tell Pratama to speed up. Pratama can just run to the end in 9th position. And we're gonna focus on Tristan Lupe and trying to get positions. We've got Holgerson and Hamilton in front. I think there's an opportunity to get those positions. Let's just watch Tristan Lupe. There is the overtake on Hamilton. Hamilton is pushing to try and get it back. Looks like he might just give that position up. We're going to calm it down. If Hamilton overtakes us, we will go again. No, what the heck? We were on yellows. Tristan Lupe lost control. Pushing a little bit too far. Oh, that's frustrating. That's frustrating. That's big time frustrating. Okay, so Pratama is now, once again, it doesn't seem to matter who his teammate is. He is the only one scoring points for the team. Tristan Lupe did everything right over the course of the weekend. And then as it was coming down to crunch time, to try and get positions back, to try and overtake Hamilton, overtake Holgerson, try and get fourth on the finishing grid. And he loses control in that final chicane. And unfortunately, that is going to be that. So Pratama is going to wrap up in 8th place. I don't think there's going to be any gains for him across the rest of the race. I mean, Brian in 7th is 22 seconds up the road. And if I tried to push Pratama, I genuinely think he would just crash and it would not be worth it in the slightest. So that is how we're going to end it. Big frustrating one for us. Again, because Tristan Lupe looked like he was on for a minimum 6th. You know, I was trying to get more. Maybe I should have just, accepted that 6th place and gone into the next race with that. By the way, we will definitely learn from this race. And in the next one, we will do that. We will accept if we can get, up into the top 8. We'll take it. So Pratama finishes in 8th. Moretti takes the win. Paul Woods and Henry Holgerson, he finishes in 3rd over Maldonado. That's crazy. Chapman actually win the race overall. Very interesting. Very interesting. We take 4 points, which is great. We take a lovely bonus back up, gaining some money. Pratama is 9th in the standings overall. Fortunately, Tristan Lupe is last, not being able to get any points on there. But that's how it goes sometimes. That is how it goes now. We are still currently best of the rest. 9th place. Take a look at the team standings. We are best of the rest. Hemlock are trying to chase us down. 5th place is the minimum. 5th place is the expectation. Been saying it all season. We've got some more sponsors. That's interesting. I reckon I can do that. It's only worth 2, but I reckon I can do it. Okay, spy on another team. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to risk it. So Tristan Lupe brings that extra reliability, which is outrageous. That's what we need. I think Tristan Lupe is showing that we are going to get him in the next season. I'm going to reward Pratama for his sheer consistency. Yes, he crashed out in the race before this episode. I'm going to reward the consistency with 3 upgrades. I did say that this season we were just going to focus on upgrades throughout the season. And I think Pratama's earned it. I really do. I think he's done well. Okay, that is going to be it from me today, guys. Next time out, we will be racing at Potenza, the Monza racetrack by the looks of things. And yeah, leave me a comment if you think there's anything we should be changing. It is frustrating that Tristan Lupe crashed out there when there were points on offer. But that is sometimes what happens. That is going to be what happens sometimes. So, thank you for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed. And of course, I shall catch you next time.